Welcome to the Valhalla Filmcast, a show where normal guys talk about the films that they love. And here are your hosts, Bryce Thompson, Brian Hammond, and Cody Ryrie. Now get ready, because the show starts in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Valhalla Filmcast, and hot off the presses, we have a spoiler-free review coming from our own Brian Hammond. I'm going to grill him, and I'm in kind of a bad mood, so I'm going to see how this goes.
Really looking forward to this. And by the way, it's hot off the podcast presses, but it's been in the theaters for a couple of weeks. So
that's true. For us, it's hot off our presses.
There you go.
So suck on that. Anyway, Brian just saw Don't Breathe. It's fresh on his mind. Saw it with his... Did you go see it with your wife?
I did, yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to see what he thought. So first, general impressions. How was it?
It was good. First general impressions, I really liked it. The ratings held true. You know, I think it's like an 89 or something on Rotten Tomatoes. 7.4 user rating on IMDb. Critics' Metacritic score is really high too. And so I was excited for this. I'm surprised it took me so long to get to the theater to watch this, because I love seeing, horror movies on opening weekend. Lots of excitement. But I dragged my feet on this one just because of life. And so I'm glad I got there before it left. It held me, riveted me through the whole movie. The suspense was there. It's probably one of the most... There are some... My wife called it some of the most disturbing scenes that she's ever seen. So it's
Isn't
not for the
PG-13?
No.
Okay. I thought it was for some reason.
It is firmly in the R category for violence.
Okay. I think Lights Out was PG-13. I'm getting confused with that.
That's right. But it, there's I've said this before. The opening shots, opening and closing, I love the bookends of the film, and just from the very beginning, it sucked me right in. This was one of those strange things that I thought about when I first saw the preview, and I didn't get that they were robbers, right? The people breaking in, until later in the podcast. You guys actually heard that.
You should probably give a little synopsis in case people don't know what movie we're talking about. Yeah,
so there's these three teens that decide to rob this man's house. He's blind. How hard can that be, right? He... lost his daughter or whatever and came to a large sum of money, and they know this, and they're going to take it from him. But it does not go as planned, as many horror films are that way. And so it's this, the battle that ensues in there. And so from the very beginning, I was kind of confused, not tonight, but I'm saying when I first found out that they were bad, who are you supposed to be? I was curious to find out who the protagonist is, because the trailers firmly placed the protagonist as the people, and then I found out they were bank or robbers, and I'm like, well, how's that going to work? It works out.
Okay.
By the end of the movie, you're firmly in one side or the other. I won't spoil it for anyone, because there are plot twists, major plot twists. And it keeps you guessing, keeps you turning right to the very end. It's like one of those trains. It's kind of like Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, the finale. It's a train that just doesn't want to stop. It just keeps on going and going and going. And when you think it's over, it's not. You're just, that was just one stop. We have 10 more. And so it... it was good. There are, just a warning to some of you, there are some fairly disturbing, fairly graphic, violent scenes, which you could expect from the trailer. There are some other, which I won't give it away, but just check the content if you are a little bit leery. My wife dry heaved for the first time ever in a movie.
Wow.
And then
really?
I got chewed out for about 20 minutes. Why I did not console her.
I bet.
When I saw her choking and dry heaving and covering her whole face and all of that. And so I was like, I thought you were joking. I didn't know what else to say. So Anyways,
wow,
yeah,
that's quite the endorsement. It brought about dry heaving. That's Exorcist crap right there. That's...
I had audible vocalizations come out of my mouth. Yeah. So there you go.
So you both had involuntary things come out of your mouth. That's
yeah. But I'd highly recommend it if scary horror films are in your wheelhouse. Definitely go see it. I'd recommend seeing it in the theater, just like I do with every film that is scary.
Hey, quick.
Yeah.
How many people saw it with you? Was it a halfway packed? What?
Okay, well, a little bit of more information than you listeners want to hear, but fair is going on in Southeast Idaho in our region, and so it was really dead because everyone's at the fair, and so actually the movie was actually started, not just trailers. The movie had started before anyone else came into the theater, and there ended up being 5 couples probably. Or 3 or 4.
Wow.
I don't know. And so I thought
any reaction from them when you were
there
watching
was nothing. I did not hear
Really?
them scream or anything. They sat up kind of higher. I like to sit a little closer. I don't get these people. And sorry, this is a tangent soapbox. that pay top dollar, $30 to go see a film with their loved one, and then go to the very top row, so it's the size of a television screen. I don't get it. I want to sit back in my chair and have it take up my whole viewing area. That's the ideal seat for me. Okay, well, first off, you're wrong. Second off, I don't go to the very back row usually. Unless it's a smaller theater, then I'm okay with that. But I need to be able to see the whole screen. Yeah.
I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
I don't need to... I like to be able to see the whole thing as a whole, and so you've got to be back off of it some.
Yeah, some. I'm not a front row person. I'm not the first section person. I'm back in the the main body of the theater, but I like it to take up my whole view space. But I want...
See, I don't. There's got to be some black around the edges.
Why? They already formatted it for you. You don't.
See, you weren't a projectionist at some point. I was. All right. So.
All right.
You
school
don't know
me. Come on.
What you're missing? Well, I don't know digital projection anymore. Back with the old prints, though, there was room to go up and down. I don't know why this makes a difference where you sit, but there was you had leeway about how much you went up and down with it. But
it's because the old screens, they weren't. Mechanically anamorphic like they are now, and they can just open and shut the curtains at will. No, I don't know.
It doesn't have to be back row. It doesn't have to be as small as a TV, but I need it to be to where I can tell everything that's going on.
Yeah, that's how I am. But
especially if it's a horror film, I need to back off it some. I don't want to be right up in its face. Oh,
I want to be in. I want to smell the blood dripping off the screen.
You want to see your wife dry heave. Well,
yes.
There you go. Your dreams are
Sorry
fulfilled.
for that soapbox. I guess we'll agree to disagree. No, we're in agreement. You don't like the back row. I hate the back row. When we went and
saw Ghostbusters, I was fine with those seats. Wherever we sat there was fine.
The Revenant was too far back for me. I'm going to be honest.
Really?
And it wasn't centered. What the heck?
I wish the Revenant was a better movie.
Dude, The Revenant's a great movie. You got to stop reading other people's takes on things. And
I haven't been reading anything. I've just been trying to rewatch the stupid thing, and I can't get through it. So
you can't get through it, huh? Well, let me buy your copy. I still don't have it.
Boring. You don't want my copy. It doesn't have a box. Anyway, all right.
Different story.
How do we even start this? What were we talking about? You went and saw Don't Breathe.
Yeah. If you're into that genre of film, go see it. It won't disappoint. Yeah. So okay. I guess I'm not done, Cody.
Okay.
So the only other film that I've seen where I just kind of have this pit in my stomach the whole time, that I remember recently is Evil Dead, where it actually physically...
It's the same guy.
Sam Raimi. Yeah.
No, not Sam Raimi. The
guy
who directed the new one.
He produced it. Is it?
Yes.
See, I missed that.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, well then... he knows his craft because he knows how to repulse and to make you go, ugh. Okay, so
Am I right about that? I'm almost positive that the guy who directed the remake also directed Don't Breathe.
Really?
I'm not 100%, but I'm in the 90s.
I was physically ill. I think I had ulcers when I left that theater when I saw Evil Dead, the reboot. And
wow.
That doesn't happen to me very often, but for some reason, something just sat in there. And I was on the edge of my seat. It wasn't the same extent that I felt during that movie, but I just felt that tension through the whole thing, and it doesn't let up. It's just, So, anyways, that's my final thought.
This guy knows how to turn your stomach.
Yeah, he does. He's good.
Okay, cool. Well, this has been the Valhalla Filmcast. Do with it what you will. Listen, enjoy, and take our warnings and our recommendations at your own risk. It's like when you recommend medicine. There's got to be a big, long list of things that could go wrong. All kinds of things can happen bad to you if you listen to what we say, but good things too. So point is, make up your own mind. Let us know other movies you want us to see and review. We would love to do that for you. And this has been the Valhalla Filmcast. I'm Cody Rowry.
And I'm Brian Hammond.
We will talk to you later.
The following views, opinions, and commentary are the sole property of the Valhalla Filmcast. Any unauthorized reproduction without prior consent is prohibited. Any incidental music, audio clips, or film trailers are used for the sole purpose of film criticism and commentary as allowed under the Fair Use Act.